Now, I don't know if y'all heard about this, but the boy Akon, he was locked up today in the A. Matter of fact, they got a mug shot too. Let me see if I can find this mug shot real quick. There you go. Shout out to Akon, man. Akon a good guy. Everybody love Akon, man. I think Akon going through a divorce too right now. His wife trying to get half of his money. If I think she wanted like 300 million or some crazy number. I'm gonna look that up too. That's Akon mugshot. So, oh y'all wondering what did Akon get locked up for? Well, Akon was busted because he had a bench warrant issued for failure to appeal for a suspended license, according to legal docs. Cops say it all started back in September when Akon was driving a Tesla Cybertruck in Georgia. Police say that they were on patrol when they spotted the Cybertruck stranded in the middle of the road. They said Akon was the driver and he told the cops the battery died. This is why you won't catch me in no goddamn electric car, man. I don't care if it's a Cybertruck. I don't care if it's a cyber spaceship. You know what I'm saying? One second. I'm just not doing it. I can't like shout out to all y'all that got electric cars. But for me, one, I love to drive. I love to drive across country. You know, many of y'all see me drive from New York to California, from Atlanta to California, all the way up to Oakland and back. I love road trips, but I can't find myself trying to do a road trip in an electric car. It's just, especially now where people can hack your car. You know what I'm saying? Because it's ran by a computer, and you can like run out of battery power. For me, I like to travel cross country, long drives, 10-hour drives, 13-hour drives, 16-hour drives. I just like it because it's just peaceful to be driving and seeing different scenery, especially when you go to places you never been to before, right? But for me, I like to drive and pull up to a gas station, go use the bathroom, probably give me some goodies, you know what I'm saying, and keep it pushing, right? Fuel up. It'll take all of maybe 15, 20 minutes if I got to use the bathroom. If I don't have to use the bathroom, it could take 5 to 10 minutes and jump in the car and go another 10 hours. With an electric car, you got to pull over, plug the joint up, and wait like an hour minimum. Like an hour, I could have drove another 60 miles. Like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Some people love the electric cars. Me, that's not my thing. I can't do the electric cars, especially going long distance, because it takes up too much of your time. And imagine if you got to do that and you making a trip like, let's just say, from Atlanta to Miami, you know, that's like 10 hours, right? On that trip, you might have to fuel up twice or twice and a half, depending on what kind of car you got, right? I can't even imagine if I was in an electric car, if I got to fuel up two and a half times, that means I might have to stop two and a half times in an electric car for battery power. And that's another 2.5 hours added on to the 10-hour drive. I just can't do it. But more power to y'all that got the electric cars and love it, right? So police say that they called the tow truck to move the cyber truck. And while waiting, the officer says he discovered Akon's license was suspended for a failure to appear from back in January 2023. Cops say Akon was issued a citation for driving while his license was suspended and released from the scene. The officer also noted in the report an illegal vape in the center console was seized during the inventory and submitted for destruction. Fast forward to 5 days ago, and Akon was arrested on a bench warrant. Akon got locked up in Georgia after being arrested on a warrant, but he has already been let out of jail. He got locked up in DeKalb County. That's the same county where that cop just kicked that man out of the woman's bathroom because he identified as a woman and visually clearly he looked just like a man. So they said that the Chamberlain Police Department arrested Akon in the morning on a out of county warrant, and he was booked into jail and released within 6 hours. But as you can see, he's out. So shout out to Akon, Convict Music. Let me tell you something. If my license is suspended, especially in states like Georgia or New York, I am not taking the risk of driving around knowing my license is suspended. You're going to jail, bro. I don't care who you are, how famous you are going to jail. If you know your license is suspended, Uber. It don't make no sense to go and sit in jail knowing your license is suspended, especially if you knew your license was suspended for 2 years. And you driving fancy cars, you know you're gonna catch a DWB driving while black. You know, some of these cops be jealous, man, seeing a black man in a nice car. And Akon's a little extra black. But I'm gonna move on to the next story.